Alright, back with another album review. And for the next several reviews, I'm going to be reviewing material from another one of the frontrunners of the grunge genre. This band in particular that I'm referring to is Nirvana. Now, Nirvana, they originated in Aberdeen, Washington, and were together from 1987 to 1994. The band was founded by lead singer/guitarist Kurt Cobain and bassist Chris Novoselic. Speaking of which, my dad actually did an interview with Chris last year. And the original drummer was Aaron Burkhardt from 87 to 88. And my dad also interviewed Aaron a couple of years ago. Now, Dale Crover was also their drummer from back in 88 and 90. He's currently with Melvins, and my dad also had him on his show. The drummer who was with the band the longest was Dave Grohl, and he was with the band from 90 up until 94, but that's a story for a later date. I'd also like to mention that my dad once interviewed Brian Igner, who was Nirvana's manager. Today I'm going to review Nirvana's debut album, Bleach. Now this album was recorded at Reciprocal Recording in Seattle throughout 88 and 89. It was released on June 15th 1989 under Sub Pop Records. Now Soundgarden were also with Sub Pop at one time. I also mentioned that when I was talking about their albums. It was produced by Jack Endino, who was also worked with Soundgarden, Mudhoney, L7, Tad, the No WTO Combo, and several other bands. But I also did an interview with him before. And before I start talking about the album, I need to mention that this is from when Nirvana had Chad Channing as their drummer. But then I also interviewed him last year. However, Dale Crover played drums on the songs Floyd the Barber, Paper Cuts, and Downer. Well, I'll get to that once I talk about the songs. Now, Jason Everman was the rhythm guitarist for Nirvana at the time, and he was credited on this album despite not actually playing on the album. I mentioned before that Jason was also the bassist for Soundgarden for a brief time. The album is primarily centered around grunge, and Sub Pop endorsed this. Now to talk about the songs. This album starts with Blue, which was later released as an EP in December of 89. Around the line that Kurt Cobain originally wrote the song in 88, though the song wasn't recorded until December of that year. Nirvana later performed the song at their live performances up until their final show on March 1st of 94 in Munich. The next song is Floyd the Barber, which is a very memorable song. I'll also mention that the song has Dale Crover on drums. After that, it's About a Girl. Kurt wrote this song in 88 after listening to the Beatles. The song was later recorded in December of the same year. The song debuted live at a dorm party at the Evergreen State College in Olympia, Washington in February of the following year. This is also my favorite song on the album. That's followed out by School, just another song that Nirvana would regularly perform live. I like this song, but I think the live versions are even better. The next song is Love Buzz. And this is actually a cover of a song from the Dutch rock band Shocking Blue, though I've never actually heard the original version. Now, Nirvana's cover was actually their debut single under Sub Pop and was released in November of 88. That's followed up by Paper Cuts, which is the second song with Dale Crover on drums. Negative Creep is after that. Now, what's interesting about the song is the fact that it's a pretty fast-paced song and has some elements of punk rock. There are some bands who've also covered this song, such as Velvet Revolver and Machine Head. Scoff and Swap Meet are after that. It's followed up by Mr. Mustache. I think that's how you say it. Now, the song in particular also has some elements of punk rock. The album ends with Sifting. One thing I need to mention is that the deluxe edition of this album has 2 bonus tracks. First is Big Cheese, which was a B-side on the Love Buzz single. The second is Downer, which was the third and final song with Dale Crover as the drummer. And as you can see, both those songs are actually on this version of the album. And what I should mention is that this album was received really well from critics. However, this album was not an immediate success. There were several reissues that helped this album become successful. The 92 re-release peaked at number 89 on the Billboard 200. Later went up to sell 1.9 million copies and was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. Overall, I really enjoyed this album. And see, it's a great way to start a legacy of one of the most iconic grunge bands of all time, and I highly recommend it. And that's all I have to say on this album. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. And leave a comment if you like. And be sure also to follow me on my social media pages, which are linked in the description. And thanks for watching. I'll be back on Saturday with another review.